When you've been deceived and betrayed by a sociopath, and your heart is utterly crushed, how do you pick up the pieces? I'm Donna Andersen, author of Lovefraud.com. You may not be feeling hopeful right now, but you absolutely can mend your broken heart. Today, I'm going to explain 3 dimensions of recovery from the sociopath. If you can work with them, you'll be able to move forward to the life and love that you really want. Okay, let's get started. Sociopaths do not have the ability to love, but they're really good at faking it. That's one of the many true statements that I made in my TEDx talk. I was censored by TED, I don't know why, so I finally re-recorded my speech and posted it on YouTube. I hope to warn you that sociopaths live among us so you can protect yourself. But what if you've already encountered a sociopath? What if you've been deceived and betrayed and you don't know how or why it happened? What if you're still in shock or angry at yourself or stuck in grief over the loss of your dreams? Well, it may seem impossible right now, but it is absolutely feasible for you to mend your broken heart. In my view, mending your broken heart entails 3 broad dimensions of recovery: intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. So, let's talk about each of them. The intellectual aspect of your recovery means understanding on a cognitive level what happened, who you were dealing with, how they behave, and why you fell for them. This is typically the first step of your recovery. Let's face it, you've been confused. In fact, confusion is the primary sign that you're involved with a sociopath. If you can't figure out what your partner wants and where you stand, you're dealing with confusion. You keep getting mixed signals. You feel totally off balance. So, here are some facts about sociopaths in romantic relationships that will help to clear up your confusion. First, sociopaths cannot authentically love. A critical component of real love is caregiving. If you truly love someone, you want them to be happy and healthy. You want what's best for them. When necessary, you're willing to take care of them. This is caregiving, and real love requires it. Sociopaths do not do caregiving. If they appear to be doing something for you, they're really just trying to draw you in. This means that despite their flowery words, they don't have the ability to authentically love. It's impossible. So here's the second one. You were targeted. Because sociopaths do not have the ability to authentically love, they view other people as objects to be used. The sociopath you encountered wanted something from you. If you examine your interactions with this person objectively, you'll probably be able to figure out what it was. Money, sex, a place to live, business connections, a housekeeper, or maybe a babysitter. Once the sociopath determined that you could fill a need, he or she embarked on a mission to reel you in. How? By figuring out your vulnerabilities and using them to hook you. So here's number 3. Vulnerabilities are not flaws. They're part of being human. We all have vulnerabilities. If you want something, it creates a vulnerability. If you want a romantic partner, more money, excitement in your life, whatever you want becomes a vulnerability. Now, sociopaths are skilled at pumping you for information and then using what you tell them as bait. That's just how they operate. So cut yourself some slack. They are professionals, and you, as a normal human being with normal vulnerabilities, never had a chance. So now let's talk about another dimension of recovery, emotional recovery. This means processing the pain of the betrayal and letting it go. So, what exactly are emotions and what do I mean by processing? First of all, emotions are information. They are internal signals designed to grab your attention. They may be warnings that something is wrong or indications that something is good and right. All emotions are valid. Fear, anger, joy, happiness, grief. There is no such thing as a wrong emotion. But it is possible to have problematic reactions to emotions. That's why skills of emotional regulation are so important. You need to be able to control your emotions in situations where it is not safe to express them. Emotions are also energy disturbances. I explained this in detail in my video called True Recovery from Betrayal. Here's the basic idea. Our physical beings are both biological and energetic. Along with our bodies, we all have energetic fields within and around us. You may have heard of meridians, chakras, and auras. These are energetic structures. When you are betrayed by a sociopath or have any other painful experience, your negative emotions about what happened can get stuck in your energetic field. Whether you feel anger, grief, pain, sadness, disappointment, if you're not able to express them when the incident happens, they attach themselves to your energetic field and stay there. That's what you're feeling when you sense internal turmoil. But here's the good news. Energy disturbances can be released. So here's one way to do it. Sit quietly and think about an incident when the sociopath betrayed you. Allow your true emotions of the situation into your awareness without judgment. Now, you may not have done this before because we usually squash painful emotions. Just acknowledge the disturbance and sit with it. You may begin to sense the disturbance moving. When I work with clients, I can actually feel their internal turmoil. The disturbances typically start out in the stomach or around the heart and then slowly move up to the head. I help survivors to hang in there as the disturbance continues to move and escape. You can do this on your own, and fairly quickly, your negative emotion will be gone and you'll feel lighter. Finally, let's talk about spiritual recovery. There are many ways to describe spiritual practices, from traditional religion to a force running through the universe to honored ancestors to our own higher knowing. One way to describe spiritual practice is the search for meaning. In this sense, discovering why the sociopath came into your life goes a long way in your recovery. There is a reason for your experience. Your run-in with the sociopath may seem to be so random, but I believe there is always a reason for the encounter. The sociopath may be just like your mother, father, or a previous romantic partner. The sociopath may be a mirror to show you that you should value yourself more highly. Maybe the sociopath came into your life so you could realize that you were mistreated and heal the pain of the most recent and earlier experiences. Sometimes the reason for the experience with the sociopath goes way back. In my case, I learned that I'd spent multiple lifetimes battling my sociopathic ex-husband, James Montgomery. And this time around, my soul wanted it to end. So, what happened? He crashed into my life again and betrayed me again. But this time, I found the meaning, learned the lesson, and removed him permanently from my existence. So, this is how you truly get over the sociopath. You understand what happened, process the emotional pain, and discover the meaning of the experience. All of this leads to healing in your heart. And healing your heart is always the answer. Yes, you can feel joy again. You can love and trust again. You can acquire wisdom from your experience. And you can move on to a life that is better than you ever thought possible. If you'd like to learn more about these ideas, I invite you to watch my video called True Recovery from the Sociopath. You can find it on YouTube or at lovefraud.com/talk to Donna. If you need assistance in your recovery, visit Love Fraud. We have thousands of articles, including many people telling their personal stories. You certainly are not alone. We have webinars by therapists and other experts to help you escape and recover. And I'm always happy to work with you one-on-one. I can offer you practical advice for dealing with your situation and also help you to ease the stress and tension of your experience through deep emotional release and Reiki. Check out the links in the window below this video. Even after the sociopath, full recovery is possible. Love Fraud is here to help you.